MK Party's Jabulani Khumalo has been barred from attending Parliament sitting on Friday. Jabulani Khumalo, a man that has been fighting tooth and nail with Jacob Zuma over the leadership of the MK Party, claiming that he is the sole leader of the MK Party and the founder of it, has been going through the courts trying to fight Jacob Zuma to no avail. He has this time around declared that he was going to be coming to attend the upcoming parliamentary session that is going to be coming on this Friday. Unfortunately, what he has planned has been put to a halt because he has been stopped by the authorities of Parliament that he was not supposed to be attending the show. Newsroom Africa gives us the news.
There does seem to be a letter from a Mr. Jabulani Khumalo who says he is the actual leader of this party. And first and foremost, he is of the view that the party accepts the results as pronounced by the IEC. But second of all, he does appear to be urging all of the 57 other members to go to Parliament. Are you aware of this letter? Was this letter written to you? And what do you make of it, given that he is number one on that list?
Look, there are certain individuals or leaders that, as per the IEC list, we as Parliament, we are compelled or have been identified as the people that we can communicate with on behalf of the party. And we are continuously in communication with with those leaders. So we have not received the communication from Mr. Khumalo, and we can say that Mr. Khumalo is not on the list of the people that we communicate with on behalf of their parties.
That's very interesting. Are you at liberty at all to share with us who Parliament is communicating with in respect of the MK Party?
I cannot indicate at the moment. I don't have, because you will imagine that we've got how many parties that are coming to Parliament. I think it's quite a substantial number. So we are discussing on an ongoing basis with the leaders of those parties in terms of the arrangements that we are making for the first sitting. But of course, we do understand that Mr. Khumalo's issue is before the court, and Parliament, as always, will comply with whatever outcome that the court tells it to do.
Moloto Mutapo speaks for Parliament. There does seem to be...
One thing that I like, one thing that I continue to admire about South Africa is the idea of the rule of law. Rule of law is still very, very active and applicable. So nobody can just bulldoze and just do anything. This is the Songezo Shabang situation in Zimbabwe, where the Parliament just quickly started acting on the letters that are coming from Songezo Shabang. Yet the party had its own position. The party had indicated in writing that these are the people that are supposed to be responsible for the communications. This is exactly the same scenario, but well, South Africa is not Zimbabwe, and ANC is not ZANU-PF. Things are done differently. And this is the very thing that should have simply happened to Songezo Shabang. Songezo Shabang should just have hit a brick wall, the same way that we are seeing this Mr. Jabulani Khumalo hitting the brick wall. And he can't go anywhere until he probably goes through the courts and he wins his case through the courts. Then he can be coming now with a court verdict that can start to change things. But as of now, he can make as much noise as he can, but he cannot be allowed to attend the Parliament session that is coming. If his cases in court continue to drag on, it means he's also going to be outside Parliament as long as the courts are still looking into his issues and into his cases. So this is a very interesting scenario where the man has been fighting even before elections, going to courts and looking like he was not even winning because of a letter that he had written, a letter of resignation from the party, which he wanted to turn around and say it was not his letter. He wanted to deny the letter, and he had to accuse the daughter of Jacob Zuma that she is the one, the engineer of that letter, and his signature was forged. Unfortunately, there was a witness who happened to be Jabulani's own brother, who came and said Jabulani wrote and signed that letter in their presence. So it was indeed an authentic letter from Jabulani himself, not from the accused daughter of Jacob Zuma. So we are still watching to see what is going to be the final verdict. But as long as it is going to drag on and on, Mr. Jabulani Khumalo will not be entering into the court, into the parliamentary session. So, and he cannot recall anyone like we have seen in the song Sawangu Saga back in Zimbabwe. So this is what is happening. Very, very interesting. We will see if the MK party is going to proceed and bring the 57 members that are supposed to be attending right in parliament. So thank you so much, family, for joining me on the show.